Greetings, good people. What's up? What's happening? My name is Dr. Clarence, and welcome back to TV7 Live, where we get to give you all the hottest top trending topics. So, a fire has just been reported to have broken out at President Emerson Mnangagwa's son's house in Borodale. What happened there? A fire broke out at the home of President Emerson Mnangagwa's son, Deputy Finance Minister David Kudakwashe Mnangagwa, late last night and reignited again this morning. This is coming just 2 days after police reported 2 separate break-ins at the property on Mount Carmel Road in Borodale, Harare. So this is still a developing story. Now, this incident is following closely on the heels of recent alarming events where police reported 2 separate break-ins at the same property. Moreover, the discovery of several bullets planted inside Deputy Finance Minister Mnangagwa's residence just days ago. Now, there is speculation that this incident is not isolated. There are claims that the homes of over 12 senior aides and ministers of President Emerson Mnangagwa have been stormed into by unknown assailants in recent days. Sources suggest that these attacks are sending a clear message: the ground is no longer stable. So the Zimbabwe Republic Police, ZRP, issued a statement here, showing on the screen right about now, dated 29 June 2024. It reads: the Zimbabwe Republic Police confirms that investigations are currently underway in connection with a fire incident which occurred at the house of Deputy Minister of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion, Honorable Kudakwashe Mnangagwa, on 28 June 2024 at 11:30. Then we see here more details will be available in due course. Signed by Paul Nyati, the Commissioner, Chief Staff Office, Press and Public Relations, to the Commission General of Police General Headquarters from the PGHQ there. Earlier on, we had seen this one. Again, ZRP conducts investigations in relation to criminals acts at Honorable David Kudakwashe Mnangagwa's residence. This one is dated 28 June. So here the police confirms that investigations are being conducted in connection with the report of criminal acts at the residence of Deputy Minister of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion, Honorable David Kudakwashe Mnangagwa's residence in Harare on 23 June 2024. So the incidents are said to have happened on 23. Then this first statement from the Zimbabwe Republic Police, we get it on the 28th. Only a day after this first statement, we get another one that there is a fire at the house of President Emerson Mnangagwa's son. Enough respect to everybody who is watching us live right now. Big up to Ruth Mbewe, SK, Nzindururani, right, says Zunzacho, Kuita Senge movie. MHF TV says this is between them, the 2 camps. Now, this is still a developing story, so there isn't much details coming up so far, but it is highly likely that there's no casualty or anybody suffered any injury when the property burned there. Remember the happenings of 2000 and 17. What happened in the year 2017? What did we see? In 2017, we saw fire burning Chiwuri's mansion. Big up to Darlington Zinyemba. We saw fire burning at Chiwuri's mansion, and now this mansion is the one we are seeing now being owned by Wicknell Chivayo. The Chiwuri mansion is the one now being owned by Wicknell Chivayo. Now this house, this Chiwuri house, what had happened to it? Who had burnt the house? If I take you back in the days here, it said a cop burnt Chiwuri's house. Cop burns Chiwuri's house. A support unit sergeant, Munashe Zura, guarding Zimbabwe Republic Police Commissioner Dr. General Augustine Chiwuri's house, ran amok after his bid to loot property from the latest house was foiled. Then he had 3-hour gunfight at Chiwuri's house. So this is the year 2017 and 28 respectively. We first see the first incidents happening in the year 2017, then in the year 2018. Now, however, Zimbabweans reacted to this news of fire at President Emerson Mnangagwa's son's house. We're just going to take a look at that right about now. Big up to Tichaon and Girazi, Darlington Zinyemba. To those who are watching us live right now, you can write your comments in the top chat or in the super chat. That's how I can see your names so I can give you my shout out. So, I don't know how Wicknell Chivayo got to get Chiwuri's mansion, if it was Chiwuri's mansion in the first place. But if I take you again back in time, here what do we see? We see this. Here we see Shoka as Zimbabwe Police Chief Chiwuri builds giant mansion. So the image we're seeing here, it is that house that now Wicknell Chivayo owns. This house. Here says, not my mansion. Police chief quashes damaging claims. So here he claims it was not his house. So then if it wasn't Chiwuri's house, whose house was it? Now we are seeing an unraveling scandal, Zek scandal, the goat scandal involving those guys. And yesterday we saw a post by none other than Passion Java. Akangonyera post kuti Wicknell 1, Mike Chimombe 1 and 0. And it had a header titled Round 1. Are these cases related to the ongoing corruption cases, or accidents do happen? Maybe it's just a normal accident that just happened. But how come these incidences are happening in sequence? Remember, when somebody leaves bullets or a bullet at your doorstep, usually it is a warning sign. So Passion Java made this post. Round 1, Mike 0 versus Chivayo 1. Round 1. There's that header which says round 1. Now we're seeing these guys. Where are they? They are in remand prison. Yesterday we see this one released by Newshawks, how the Zimbabwe Election Commission corrupt deal was secretly cobbled up. So there is a lot of big names in there. Like here, it says the key players in the multi-million deal were ZEC chairperson Priscilla Chigumba, Chief Electoral Officer Utloile Silangwana, Chief Procurement Officer Robinson Changachirere, businessman Wigneo Chuvaya, Moses Mpof, Petsai Scott Sakwanya, and Mike Mombe, Central Intelligence Organization CIO Director General Isaac Moyo, Chief Secretary to Cabinet Martin Rushwaya, Lawyer Everton Chatambuza, Renform International Sales Executive Angus Kalau, and the company Chief Executive Thomas Michael. So, here it is alleged that Scott Sakwanya funded the team that was going to South Africa to do the negotiations with an advance of 200,000 US dollars here. So Scott Sakwanya provided $200,000 to fund the project. Of this money, 30,000 was used for flights for the delegation to meet Renform in South Africa on 1 February 2023, US 80,000 for other costs and expenses, and the 90,000 balance to pay Chigumba's overseas tuition fees and upkeep for her children. Now, I don't know how these fees would relate to this deal. In all this wheeling and dealing, Chigumba first held meetings with Chivayo Mpofu Chimombe, including at her home in Harare, Greendale suburb. Eventually, they traveled on 1 February 2023 to meet Renform executives in Joburg to seal the deal. Chigumba traveled with her aide and child to Joburg together with Chivayo and Mpofu for a meeting the following day on 2 February 2023. Together with Chivayo and Mpofu, Chigumba stayed at the upmarket 5-star luxury Da Vinci Hotel and Suites in Nelson Mandela Square, Centron Mall. Chimombe did not attend the meeting as he was on the campaign trail for ZANU-PF ahead of the 24 August 2023 general elections. Sakwanya was not there due to other business commitments. That is why on the photos currently circulating on social media, which provide critical evidence to show ZEC is willfully lying that it does not have any dealings with the brokers, Chimombe and Sakwanya are not there. There is only Chivayo and Mpofu on some photos and others. Right? Now, this goes even deeper. It goes even deeper. Here it says, the legal process and relevant procedures were not followed when the tender was given. A semblance of that only came after the agreement had been signed as a mere formality. Wow. To ensure that everyone key was covered, one of Mnangagwa's children, a lady named Chido Mnangagwa, was brought in. Chido is not prominent in the public flora like her brothers, for instance, Emerson Jr. and the twins Shons and Collins. But she gave a brief interview to the SABC during her father's inauguration in 2018, saying, "I'm very excited. We are proud of our dad. He has done a good job." Now, we're seeing here, according to an investigation by the Newshawks, all these names, all these big names are being revealed here. Then, rubber stamping the tender. ZEC's credibility had plunged to the new law, hitting rock bottom in the absence of dishonor, as its officials scrambled to contain the damaging fallout from the corrupt 40 million tender scandal, which has exploded with dramatic revelations, far-reaching consequences. So, this just a glimpse into the details are revealed by the news walks here, as they say, how the deal unfolded here. Enough respect to everybody who is watching us live right now. Big up to Teacher Onangirazi says, who is going to go next? Nometa Msara says, Mwari kunonoka kudaira askana minduro yadzoka pakai pa Ruth Mbewe. They're just playing with each other's mind, wasting money. Vicky Nkane says, Zagatakwa. Teacher Onangirazi says, Dr. Clarence, clarify it. Enough respect to everybody who is watching us live right about now. I'm not clarifying anything. I'm just giving what's out there. Anyways, thank you for that. Grace Zijena. Baba wacho vano swaga and vanoveza. Wow. Tanaka says, Bohere, everything good, everything nice and proper. Yeah. So the responses to this report so far, if we look where the Zimbabwe police ZRP made the post on x.com, here we see Zimbabweans responding, busy, chasing useless things. One called Chakona, another one, Kalisto says, don't divert attention. There's the issue that it's being claimed by some that it's attention diversion, diverting attention from the ongoing corruption scandals. But one thing that we should know, we did a video, the inside details in Mike Chimombe, in the Mike Chimombe and Moses Mpofu case. These guys are not facing corruption charges at court where they are right now. These guys, they are facing fraud charges, forging company papers and also forging tax clearance papers. The gold scandal guys are not facing any corruption charges. They are not facing charges in relation to that they didn't deliver the goods. No, those are not the charges that these guys are facing, but rather they are facing forgery charges, fraud charges, misrepresentation charges. And now, for fraud, this type of forgery or misrepresentation, the sentence they can get, the maximum, if it's a fine, it cannot exceed level 14, which is 5,000 US dollars. And as the government alleges, if they did cancel the contract, they cannot claim any money from Mike Chimombe or Moses Mpofu because the contract is null and void. At the same time, in the court proceedings, Mike Chimombe and Moses Mpofu vakada kubatwa nemhosva dziri pacontract, they can use the cancelled contract as evidence on their part because a cancelled contract is null and void unless it is voidable. That is when they can claim that money restitution or rescinding the contract altogether. Another one here says, racism, hatred, and prioritizing the interest and the expertise of justice are the major threats of peace. Follow Dr. Al Issa to learn about the campaign he launched to combat Islamophobia on social media. Hope him and his family are safe. State House has been turned into a circus. Another one posts this caricature, derision by Zim Live, where we see a lot of characters playing there at the Zimbabwe State House. Here we're seeing Passion Java in a Joker outfit there. And the other guys, Nganga there, and Postori there, Idi there by the entrance of the Zimbabwe State House. Drama Queens, another one, writes, So what have you done as regards to corruption and abuse of office by the exec Zim chair, considering we had elections that were discredited due to this? We would rather want feedback on this, a very important news with significant, not a person irresponsible. So on this issue, the ZEC allegations is very tricky. At law, they cannot act on it, right? If they were to try to act on it, they cannot act on it because all the evidence available is leaked evidence, and illegal evidence cannot be used as evidence in a court of law. So it is a really, really tight corner. What one action this would call for would actually be just the resignation of some people, so that some new people can just get the same positions and probably continue to be doing the same things. Obviously, it is very sad that a house burned. The extent of the damage is not known, is not clear, but it is likely to be huge, because if it was small damage, we would have already known. Were there no people there at that time, or stayed there? Anyways, this is a developing story, so obviously more details will follow if they will follow. Enough respect to everybody who was watching us live right now. Priska Kurida says, God is in it. God does not unleash hell, the hailstorm of Sodom and Gomorrah, in the fire or in just in everything. God is in everything, of course. Big up to Grace, as Zijana says, Munyika Murukuita Madrama, Takapedzera, Imposter Sengezo, Chavakune Jimwe, Nika I Yakanokorwa Tsoka. Mbolole Ngwenya. Your comment, I'm not gonna read. I'm gonna read this one, ma one. That one, do not about one hate speech. Elias Chiduku, Jiri say, God is in it. Jakudaku Dakwa. Enough respect to everybody who was watching us live right about now. Make sure you click the like button, click the subscribe button if you have not yet already done so. And bear with me, guys. I'm still getting back in the groove. You got some live streams. I haven't made live streams in a very long time. Remember, this channel had been shut down. So by the grace of God, we recently recovered it. Anyways, Dr. Clarence is the name. TV7 Live is the channel. As always, thank you for watching. Ndaman signing out. Judgment Yard. Daniel Chinyemba.